Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Miss Blue Radio Show. Y'all know how I do. Tonight, I have a special guest in the building, Drea Nicole. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Yes, doing fairly well. It's been a very busy day, but it's always like that. So how are you doing tonight?
I'm great. I worked earlier today, and I'm just chilling out, getting ready for this interview with you. I met you last month. We had great energy, and I was looking forward to this.
Yes, and just to give people a rundown, I actually met her at the Loud Fest.
Yes.
Yes, you performed one of your songs that you wrote, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's talk about your journey because you're also not from Houston.
No.
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
Well, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I currently live in Queens, but I'm still in New York. I came to Houston just to participate in a Loud Fest. I'm just trying to get my name in different places, different areas, on different ears. So yeah, I've been doing music for a while. I feel like I beat the scene up in New York enough, so it's
Yeah.
time to branch out.
Absolutely. And it's always a good thing to, branch out so other people can hear your music. But now you are out here, though, living in Houston now, right?
No, I'm back
Wait a
in New
minute.
York. I'm in New York right now.
Okay, ma'am. Because when I heard that, I was like, I was sitting here thinking that you came all the way from New York to perform at Loud Fest.
Yep. And I brought my 13-year-old son with me, and he hung out with me, and we did the Loud Fest. He
Let
was
me
my
tell you.
cameraman. He was my bodyguard.
Let me tell you something that I really take my hat off because I was under the impression that you had moved from New York and you're living out here and getting ready to pursue. So the fact that you brought your sound, your talent all the way to Houston, Texas, you really take your craft serious.
Yes, I do. And I feel like, the world is bigger than your immediate world. If I was in Houston, I'd be coming to New York. You know what I mean? I would do all I could do in Houston, and then I'd be coming to New York. Yeah, you just got to expand your territory. Something that might not. I look at other people's careers, and I notice that songs that may have become popular in the US or popular up north may not be the song on the album that was popular down south or popular overseas or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that just tells me I got to get my sound to everybody. Because just, if they like it or don't like it here, they might like it somewhere else. You know what I mean? You just pick up your fan base as you go along.
Absolutely, and I feel like doing a concert as big as the Loud Fest was a good opportunity for you. So I'm glad that you came out here. I'm a little disappointed because I thought she was out here where you were reachable, so I could be like, Drea, hey, I'm at the studio, girl. I need you to come. But it's cool because I need to get to New York myself. So
Yeah,
how did you
and I'm
start?
coming back. I'm coming back. All those
Okay,
people that we spoke to at the Loud Fest, I did my politicking, I did my networking. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back and just hit up some of the promoters or whatever, get on the show, do some radio runs, do some interviews.
dope. Well, how did you get started on your music journey?
Well, apparently it was in my blood, but before I even was told that, I just always loved music. I always listened to music. I was one of those, you wake up in the morning, the radio starts playing, and then while you getting dressed, when you cleaning the house, music just playing all the time. So I used to write poetry and write little stories and things like that. I was a kid, always with a book, always with a notebook, writing and this and the other. And it turned into writing songs.
Hmm.
I didn't think that I could sing, but I knew I could write some songs. You know what I mean? So I would take the songs and I would teach it to other people and be like, yeah, sing this. This is your part. This is your part. And just like direct them through the song. In teaching them the song, I started singing the song. He was like, you kind of got a voice. And I was like, whatever, girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll just brush it off. Then in church, I was offered a solo with me and two other girls. All three of us was supposed to split up the solo. The other girls did not want to pass the microphone to me on Sunday in front of the whole congregation. So when it came to my part, it was almost mute. But then I got so mad, I just started singing to the top of my lungs, and everybody could actually hear me.
You went Jennifer Hudson on?
I was like, I don't care what y'all do, I'm singing my part. It's going to happen. No.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
Right. And then, people in the congregation started crying and just set up and it turned into a whole big thing. And I was like, maybe there's something to this singing thing here. And then later on in life, unfortunately, when my grandmother on my father's side passed away, unfortunately, she passed away, but I learned a lot about her in that time. I helped my aunt clear out her house. You find documents and you read things, you find journals and this and the other. I found out a lot of things. I found out that she was the minister of music in her church in Detroit. And she was born and raised in Detroit. She was the minister of music. She did the choir. She directed the choir. She played the organ and this and the other. And then she married this man, Theodore Cleveland. Theodore Cleveland's brother is Reverend James Cleveland.
That's a
gospel great Reverend.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Wow.
I never met my father's father. He had already passed away by the time I was born. And unfortunately, Papa was a Rolling Stone, so I didn't know his side of the family that well. So I didn't know these things. I didn't know these things until I was older.
Oh, I mean, what was that like? Like when you found that out, like how did that open up your mind to like this gift that you have?
I wish I would have known it then. Maybe I could have picked their brains.
Yeah.
With this music thing, because honestly, up until 2 years ago, I never had a singing lesson. Except for whatever was taught in church. And basically they say, sing this note. So I hear the note and I just sing the note.
Wow.
So maybe I would be more well-versed, being that my grandmother was a musician, and she had a great singing voice. Then maybe I could have segued into Reverend James Cleveland world. There's so many of his gospel songs that I love. And I'm like, he was a songwriter. I'm a songwriter.
It would have been great to tap into that.
It would have been amazing. It would have been amazing. But, everything happens the way it happens for a reason. I'm glad to know that the talent came from somewhere and it came from such amazing, great people. I can't be mad at it.
I mean, that's quite interesting. But like you said, I think as an artist, we create our own stories,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I think she would appreciate that you're doing your own thing with that,
Yeah.
But I think I know who some of your influences are, but I won't say it out loud. I'm just going to allow you to tell me who are some of your music influences. I already know. I know this one person for sure is going to be on the list.
Mary J. Blige.
I knew it. I knew she's number one. I knew it. Oh, I love my Mary. Now, who next?
It's funny because out here, my DJ done started a name for me. And he started calling me Little Mary Kim. He said, if Mary J. Blige and Little Kim had a baby, it would be me.
I think those analogies are always the funniest to me. If she had a baby with her, then this would be the baby. But I think so. Because when I first heard, I was like, oh, it's just so Mary J. Blige, but with your own twist. Not saying that you have her exact style, but you gotta see her influence in your music. It's heartfelt. And who are some other women? Because again, I think I'm on a roll with this one. I think I know someone else that you might say too.
Well, I go real old school with it.
Mm-hmm.
I had my mom every Friday. I remember her friends coming over and we playing all their records and everything. So like, I love like Shaka Khan.
Oh yes,
is definitely a favorite. One of my favorite songs to sing is "Sweet Thing." I love Luther Vandross.
yes,
Absolutely love Luther Vandross. And then get into the Toni Braxtons.
Toni Braxton.
That's my girl.
Yes.
When I first started singing, I would only sing in a high register. Like my speaking voice is deep, but sometimes in my singing, I go to a high register. It took Toni Braxton's first album. That's how I learned my lower register because I learned my hearing. So I just mimicked her enough to the point where I was able to do my own thing in that register.
Oh yeah, she was definitely that. I think every little girl wanted to be Toni Braxton. I know I wanted to shave my hair off, and I know I ain't got the head for it, but I was just like, I'm shaving this stuff off. Why? Because Toni Braxton, like, girl,
right?
Ain't shaving your hair off, but
and I was like, I need to sing like that. I need to sing deep like that. I just wanted it.
What about the Kate Michelle's and Keisha Cole's? Do you see?
Yes.
Do you pull some influence from them? Because I also see like a Keisha Cole, almost like a Kate Michelle vibe too.
Yes, I do pull from them as well, but I feel like they also pull from Mary. And,
they do.
So it's like I almost feel like I know I'm not up there with them, but I feel like I'm in the same row with them because we're pulling from the same influence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're definitely influence as well. I enjoy their music. K. Michelle has gotten me through some stuff because sometimes you got to pull out that other side and let them know.
I said the same thing, baby. She just say what people are scared to say or say about you behind your back. She's very upfront, and you got to love that about her.
Got to love it.
And she's like that in her music. She showcases that too. And that's what I heard in your music. I was like, was that song that you were singing? I'm being nosy now. Was that song that you were singing at Loud Fest? Was that something that you went through?
Yes.
So, girl, tell us more about that story.
I did a medley, and it was 3 songs. Mm-hmm. And all of the songs is actually something I went through. My whole album is called Musical Therapy. It's streaming everywhere. My whole album,
I like that name.
It was written while I was going through a divorce. I was married at one time. I was going through a divorce. I found out that my ex-husband cheated on me multiple of times, multiple of women. So
he was a serial cheater.
Yeah. So the result of it was musical therapy.
Great. That's a phenomenal title for something.
Yeah, because it really was my therapy. That's how I got through that time. And simultaneously, as I was recording musical therapy, everything was already written. But as I was recording musical therapy, my mom passed away. So that just added on to the.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Thank you.
There's a lot going on to record while recording.
Right. So the emotion, the feeling on that album is me through and through.
Ooh, okay, so y'all need to make sure y'all check that out. And you saying it's available for streaming on all streaming platforms?
All streaming platforms, Spotify, Google Play. I think iTunes is disappearing. I don't know what they're doing. I keep getting these notifications, but I don't know what they're doing. But it's streaming there. YouTube. You could pick the album up. You could go to my website, DreANicoleNYC.com. You could pick it up there. You could pick it up on CDBaby.com. Wherever you stream, check it out. Just look up Dre and Nicole Musical Therapy.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I have to put that, tap. I was about to say put that in, but it's streaming now and everything is so different. You don't put nothing in. Put it in my box. Wow. So you get 2 people. You know what? If I say this, I already know who you're gonna say. I'm gonna say you get 2 people to do a song with. Only 2 people, and they say, whoever you name, I'm about to put you in the studio, and you got one time to record this hit song. What two? I already know. What two people you about to be like, oh, okay, I'm recording with this person and why?
Wait, okay. I just want to say I have a lot of people that I would love to work with, but there's an order to things, and so I gotta get these people in first. There's an order to things, and I would have to get these people in first, and that would be Mary J and Little Kim.
I knew it.
Oh my God. Like I want to be the third person in the "I Can Love You" video. You know what I mean? Put me on the background so we can redo that song.
Yes,
I just want to be in the background, like, yeah,
Yes, I just want to do my one little old school move that I like to do like this.
Absolutely.
So Mary J. Blige, and who's the second person?
And Little Kim. Like, I gotta have a singer, I gotta have a rapper. Even though I'm not a rapper, I just have a rapper spirit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of my songs that's on Musical Therapy that I do, throw out a 16. It may not be the best 16, but I do, and I'm a hold to it.
I'm a hold to it. I think
I'm from Brooklyn. I did it, and I'm a hold to it. I released it.
Lil Kim and Mary J.
Yes.
That's dope. I like that. Okay, cool. So I don't want to talk about last year. If we could ban a year from our dictionary of life, I would say never mention. But the world went through a lot last year. 2021, we starting fresh. As far as music and things are, I don't know how, what's going on in New York, but things in different places have started. What are your plans for your music this year?
Well, I've been working on a new project, so I've been working on new music to come out with a new album or EP, and then I'm also, this is my rapper spirit. I also want to put out a mixtape. It's gonna be an R&B mixtape, but mixtape nonetheless. R&B people, we don't really do that, so
true.
So I want to put out an R&B mixtape. And I've actually been working on it. So before 2021 is over, you're going to hear some new stuff from Dre and Nicole. So you got to catch up and get Musical Therapy.
Yes.
Catch up. And then when the next thing come out, you know what's going on now. See?
Okay. Like that sounds like you got a plan. So let me ask you this. Do you have a rap? So your rap alter ego. You gotta give her a name or him, because some girls, boy, Nicki had Roman. I have Tony Montana. Don't ask me about Tony. He's crazy. What? He be on some other shit. But what is your rap name, or do you have one? If not, we come up with one.
I don't have one. If I was to pick one, it's already taken by Mary J, because when she did her rap thing, she came out as Brooklyn, and I'm from Brooklyn. I feel like that should have been reserved for me because she's from Yonkers. But it's okay. I love her nonetheless.
You could be like Lil Brook or Lil Brooklyn. Lil Bronx. Lil Baby Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the baby. She the baby Brooks. I'm being crazy, but I'm thinking of something for your rap, because on the mixtape, the girls are gonna want to hear that you throw out that alter ego rap name. They gotta listen to it. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you for real.
I'm gonna have to think of something.
I just be saying, I'm just thinking. Give me the name. So, how is the music scene these days in New York? You know what I'm saying? Like,
fierce and hard to come by. For one, everything has to shut down at like 10 o'clock. So all restaurants and everything is shutting down at 10 o'clock.
Oh, damn. Okay, do you know that?
If you're a venue that do not serve food or drink or anything, then you really have no reason to be open. So just like a regular nightclub situation is not happening right now.
Oh my goodness. So it's hard to perform.
Yes. Yes. There's been some off-brand performances. I say off-brand because like they've been in places like dance studios and things like that, because these are the places that you can get.
Girl.
And they're not huge. You got to minimize the people that you allow in anyway. It's just,
oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. So
it's different.
All right, so I'm gonna just tell you, the Loud Fest, they're coming back.
I know. I'm waiting for
you need to link that up to perform.
Yes.
I did not know that. So do you do virtual concerts? Because that is a thing.
Yes. I do virtual stuff. Actually, I'm going to Florida next weekend for Super Bowl weekend. I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna do a performance. I'm gonna do some interviews and things like that. My goal for 2021 is to get my music in as many different states and get established in different places as I can.
Okay, and that's I think that's a great goal. And as a creator, you can't stop doing your music or filming your shows or whatever it is that you do, because the world is so crazy. It's like, yeah, we're going through something, but let them not see you performing for a long time. Oh, she fell off. Oh, I don't listen to that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, it's so hard because we still have to put ourselves out there as creators. So I applaud you for doing that. And again, still coming way out here, girl. If I would have knew that, I probably would have set up a studio session. Oh man, how long did you stay?
I left that Monday.
Girl.
I left that Monday. Okay. I came in that Friday and left that Monday.
All right, you know what? It's cool. Everything happens for a reason. Now the next time you come out here, I want to know so we could be up in Streets Verified doing our Lil Kim, like the Houston Lil Kim, and New York Drea, and we can, you know what I'm saying, you sing, I do a little thing. Cause I think that's dope. I really miss those combinations.
Yes.
So who are you listening? I know, we love Mary J. Blige. What women are you listening to now? Because you don't hear a lot of those type of voices anymore on mainstream radio. You have to go to YouTube. Who would you say you're listening to now? Like
Ella Mai. I like a lot of her stuff.
Yeah, she's nice.
Mahalia. I like her stuff. Actually, I like her album. I like her first album. It's very cute. I like it. What's that girl's name? I think it's Queen Naja. She came out with
she was the YouTube sensation and went viral, I think, and got a record deal. Yeah. I was following her before she made it to radio.
Yeah. Her.
Okay.
Love her. Love her. Yeah, as far as R&B, that is probably it right now.
I mean,
and then I go and stream my 90s stuff.
Yeah. Now let me tell you something.
My 90s and early 2000s stuff, like
best era of music. I said that I would like to maybe this year start DJing. Getting on the turntables.
Okay.
I would just play. I could see my set would have so much 90s and early 2000 music, and then some mixture of our stuff. But it's just the best decade of music.
Girl, it'll get you through some stuff. That's like the soundtrack to my life.
And I always say this: when I used to listen to music back then, I could understand why that person had a record deal. I would be like, damn, she's good, or man, he sounds really good, or man, they got bars, I was like, damn, and then
motivated. It's like I set my game up and I'm gonna be up there with them,
that's what motivation. You had to, if you're a true artist, those type of people back then really influence your music till this day, because you had to raise the bar because they set it so high. Music was just that damn good.
Right. Because like I said, I learned by ear. So there was so much different great influences, different voices on the radio, different styles on the radio.
Right.
That, you can hone skills not to take anything away from anybody that's going on now, but
Right.
you really listen to where you go home like a register. You know what I mean? Like learn different octaves and everything is kind of on the same melatonin chill vibe, which is a cool vibe, but you need variety.
You do need the variety. And I say the same thing. It's like, I want to go back into time where I was happy, but I heard a song and start crying because the song was that good. And I felt like I was going through this shit. It had nothing to do with my ass.
Back to a place, it takes you back to a memory. Oh,
girl, I used to just be sad, no reason. Ain't nobody did nothing to me. And I would be listening to somebody and just be like, she sang that song so good, like my heart would be hurting. Like, I mean, what's her name? Tamia?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I love Jasmine Sullivan. Girl, yes, Jasmine. I would play one of her songs so much that I just would just be like, oh my gosh.
Her song Hurricane.
Girl.
That's
good music. So how do you stay true and authentic to Dre and Nicole in times like 2021 where everything sounds alike or everybody wants to hear someone that sounds like their favorite artist? How do you stay true to yourself when writing your music?
I just do. Like I'm gonna write what I feel. When I listen to, when people send me tracks and beats or whatever for me to listen, I'm gonna go with what I feel. If I don't feel anything from the track, it's gonna be hard as hell for me to write to it. Yeah. Like, I have to feel something from it. So, and I'm gonna go with what I feel, and just hope a couple of people listen to it and go with me.
I think especially when you're putting real music out, somebody's gonna feel that. I just ask that because a lot of people change their music and their style to fit in to the music that's made now, which is not a lot of raw singers. And when I say that, I'm talking about without a lot of auto-tune. I'm talking about an authentic, raw voice. That's just what it is on the radio. So yeah, please don't ever do that, by the way, drowning your vocals with a bunch of auto-tunes. It's unnecessary. Because, girl, what I heard, I was outside, but I wanted to see what you were going to do. And I was just like, okay, like, she ain't from Houston. Not saying that my girls can't sing out here at all, because, we got the queen that came from Houston. But I just knew that style, that that energy. I was just like, where is she from? So I mean, would definitely love to work with you, promote some of your work, and just even if I could catch a live concert one day, that would be cool, because I do want to travel myself. Y'all, you gonna tell me when y'all open back up though. I didn't know that y'all was still on curfew though. That's
why I gotta get out and branch out. Breathe. Well, I still wear my mask when I go, but breathe.
Yeah. Same here, because I haven't been that far. The last thing I did was like Oklahoma City, 6 hours away. Mm-hmm. But everybody was wearing the mask. So we gotta make sure we do that to get it under control. But so you have a project mixtape that you're dropping. So you have to keep me posted on that mixtape. Yes, you gotta keep me posted.
We can do something on the mixtape.
Oh yeah, that would be so fun. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm thinking of tracks right now. We would definitely go kill something. So let me ask you this in terms of music, because I asked a lot of artists this. Would you who would you want to be signed to? Are there any labels that if they offered you a record deal, or that you might be trying to pitch yourself to right now, that you could see yourself on?
I don't really have a specific label in mind. I might stay independent. Like it would just have to be the right deal. It would just have to be the right deal, the right situation.
I hear that a lot.
Of who it is. It just has to be the right thing.
You know what? No, I totally agree. Most of the artists that I interview say the same thing. I think if it was the right deal, I don't know why, but I could see you doing something on New Motown, because they have kind of changed their style to a little bit more the music of today, but still got that Motown authenticity. I think that might be something good too for you. To think in the future when thinking about deals or something like that. But I'm definitely rooting for you.
Thank you, thank you, and I'm rooting for you too.
Thank you.
You had your dance and everything. I was like, okay. I couldn't do too much because of if mama busts a twerk, my son he just loses.
Trust me, I already know
his life. So I was trying to be.
Yeah, I know how them boys. Yes, but and shout out to the Queen of Twerk because baby, she be doing her thing. She really does. She's awesome. I really love female entrepreneurs and bosses. That's like my niche. So I purposely seek out talent, raw female talent from all walks of life, whatever you do, whatever. So it's definitely cool to always get the support of women. I think it's very important for us to support each other. I cannot stress that enough. I do not ever want to be the chick that's just like looking upside somebody's head, like, I hope she don't make it. Good luck with that. I'm just like, do you? Because I feel like my time is coming. I feel like everybody is going to have their time. We just on God's time, So
exactly.
It's good to support each other. So thanks, for supporting us too.
Absolutely. I have another business. It's called Pink Fire Beauty, but it's under the umbrella of my Pink Fire Nation, which started off as like a women building up women thing. I kind of wanted to create my own women's sorority type thing.
Nice.
Where the women, we get together, we network or whatever, and we're all under this umbrella of Pink Fire Nation, and we just go out there and we do our thing and we big up the name and we help each other out when needed to. You could have lawyers, you could have doctors, you could have book writers, you could have singers, you could have entrepreneurs, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's just women helping each other. Just how like the sororities help each other and the fraternities help each other.
Yes, because they do. Sometimes I regret, girl, not being one of them sisters. And my dad used to push me. But I was always focused on music and nothing else. And I just didn't. I was like, you have to dedicate a lot of time before you're even chosen. You have to pledge. And I don't think I would have been a good pledger. Once you give me a toothbrush, I'm gonna be like, it's over. Clean up bath? No, I don't think so. So my thing. But I totally appreciate you for putting together a positive movement for women. That's always to be applauded. I need to get an applaud thing. So I'm just gonna do my ghetto clap. But you know what I'm saying. I gotta make it fun. You keep doing you.
Yes.
And letting your light shine.
And then under Pink Fire Nation, I created Pink Fire Beauty because I like lashes and beauty and this and the other. So I'm an eyelash extension technician, and I do it here. This is actually my spa / office right now.
Nice.
So I do eyelash extensions. I do non-invasive butt lifts, cellulite treatments, and yoni steaming. Also have a lash line, and online you could actually buy the strip lashes, which I'm wearing my BQE lashes right now. I have a whole lash line. The names of the lashes, the 5-dimensional lashes is named after titles on my album, and the 3-dimensional lashes is named after things of my life. Like I got hustler, boss lady, R&B, BQE because there's a expressway in New York, and it goes from Brooklyn to Queens, and it's called the Brooklyn Queens Expressway, and for short we call it BQE. So since I moved from Brooklyn to Queens, I'm BQE. BQE, Brooklyn Queens Expressway.
Okay, that's different.
So the lashes is named after things that's personal to me, pretty much.
I like that. Okay, so in the when we wrap it up, I'll go back and edit, and so send me the name so I'll spell it right, so I can put it inside of the YouTube link so they'll go and find it.
Okay, cool.
One thing as a woman, and I know that you can contest this. One thing with a woman is no matter what we're going through, we're gonna have them eyes and their hair done and them nails. I mean, yes, like it's going.
I'm just saying.
We gonna do that, like for real. It's sad be having like $10, but I really need a paint change or you got $10 in your pocket. Save your money. But anyway, that's how it is with these.
Girl, when the world shut down, the first thing I went to was Amazon to get me one of those poly gel kits. I was like, I gotta keep my nails done.
Girl,
And I went online and bought like 5 wigs. I ain't gonna lie.
let me tell you something. When we went through our thing, because our nail technicians was gone, like they bet not have opened up because they was getting fines and police were around.
Right.
So I went back old school. I started wearing press-on nails, and girl, it was bad. I never thought in my life I would go back to wearing press-on nails, but times it had got real. That's how I found out. That's just really how I would go through the extreme to keep myself up. Cause press-on nails.
I did press-on nails because it took too long for my box to come.
Girl, yes.
Delayed because of the pandemic, and it took too long for my stuff to come, and I went right to the farm. It got me so pressed.
Girl. And look, I don't know if you like me, right? I consider myself a very transparent person. I would go somewhere and people would just be like praising me. Oh my gosh, where did you get them on? These are press-ons. Excuse me? You know what I said? But you got something to say about them? They press-ons. Are you laughing at me? The nail shops are closed. They're like, oh. They was like, oh, okay, press-ons. I'm like, yes, they're press-on nails, okay?
Right, and you complimented them, so don't say it now.
Don't be shallow now. I mean, the hell?
Girl, I am that person. I could have on like a $3 shirt, and it's always be like, "Oh, you got a nice shirt." I'd be like, "Girl, it was $3."
My mom used to be like, "Don't be telling people that you." I'll be like, "I don't care." She's like, "No, but still, don't be telling. You ain't gotta just keep it real all the time. That ain't their business."
I don't care. Go get you a $3 shirt.
I'm just trying to look at. I'm not saying I tell everybody, but if you the homie, my homegirl, girl, I got this from
Right. Like, I ain't got no shame because I will make that $3 shirt look like $1 million. That's why you complimented it. Don't try to shame me now.
You didn't know it was $3 until I told you. So stop playing with me and how I put my.
You're not going to come across the same store and blow me up later. No, it was $3.
Girl, I'm laughing because that's the good thing about being a boss though. It's like you have to have your brand. I've said this I got taught this by my dad. A man told me this.
Mm-hmm.
You are your brand.
Right.
Before you open up your mouth to say anything, you have to be presentable. It's almost like, you just never know like who's going to be in the building. So that's why we were trying to do what we had to do to keep our nails together and stuff during the pandemic. It was rough, but it just goes to show who all really want it.
Right.
Because some people just don't didn't give a damn. But I'm gonna stop because I don't want to just.
But I feel like my life was preparing me for this moment because in high school I used to do hair and nails to make money. I really feel like my life was preparing me for this moment where everything shut down. I was like, I just need some supplies because we going. I just need my supplies. I need to tap into that girl from the projects real quick because I am not falling off.
Girl, you see, I wish I would have did the hair. It was so bad. I went to YouTube and learned how to sew a wig, and I wore that wig. People was like, "Oh, your hair is cute," and I was like, "They full of shit," or I'm really doing my thing because I sold that, and my stitch game is the worst. Girl, I done took pictures in the wig. I did my radio show in the wig. I was just like, you know what, God,
You
I'm
look.
not cut out for this, man. Please, let this do its thing, because I need to get back to. I gotta go get my hair done. I've never been like that artsy and crafts. You know, most I can do is like the flat twist. But they don't wear those no more. So, girl, woo, stop. So I am excited to see you come back to Houston for the next Loud Fest.
Yes,
we have to team up. We have to get together. Is there
I will
anything?
definitely be back before the Loud Fest.
Okay, dope. So we'll definitely get in the studio. While I have you, is there any thing that you would like to say or give anybody a shout out or just like, words of advice or anything?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I put my social media handle in my title, so you can follow me on all social media at Dre Nicole Music, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's all the same thing. I make it easier for me, and I make it easier for y'all. It's all the same thing across the board. Like I mentioned earlier, my website is DreAndNicoleNYC.com. You could catch me there. Holla at me. I love to talk to you guys. Also, I'm on a web series called Forced to Sin. Well, now it's on Tubi, so you can't get it on YouTube anymore. You have to get the free TV app Tubi and look up Forced to Sin. I'm in season 2. I play a social worker. And there's another web series coming out called Starting from Scratch. I'm also in that web series. I'm a little more ratchet than that one. I get to shoot people and cuss people out in that one. So it's a little fun.
Nice.
Okay.
I have to look out for that.
Yes. And definitely follow me, keep up with me. I want to give a shout out to my team A-Train, my other team Empire State Building, my friends and family and everything, my kids, Thomason, FP3, King Cat the Real One. I love y'all. All my family that support me, everybody that support me. I love every single last one of y'all. Y'all make it all worth it. I just love y'all.
Girl, your grand speech gonna be off the chain.
And thank you, Miss Blue, for having me on your platform. You didn't have to do it, but you did it, and I appreciate it.
Hey, well, you know what? You're so welcome. And again, I just want you to continue the great work. And I'm looking forward to more of your projects. And thanks for coming on to the show. You make sure you stay blessed, girlfriend.
Yes, you too. You too, beautiful.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thanks for tuning in. Oh, you did have some support too. I had a lot of people tuned in, so this is going to be a good one once it drop. Yes, thank you for the support, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. She's great. Hey, one more time, can you let people know your Spotify name so that they can stream your music?
You on Spotify, just type in Dre Nicole, like how it's spelled here. Just type in Dre Nicole Musical Therapy, and it should come right up.
Awesome. Okay, well, look for the interview on Roku TV next week. I will see you guys soon. It's been real. Radio's badass. It's out of the building. Bye, y'all.